Hey guys, this is Not Lammers of Invoked 101, and today I am doing a Cyber Dragon deck profile. I haven't done Cyber Dragons in a while. I think it's been a month or so since I did this, and this deck has changed quite a bit. This is definitely a more competitive build. I took this to locals. I played against what was my first round? I think it was Cosmos, and I beat that. And then I played against Dinosaurs, and I beat that. And then I played against Paleo, and sadly I went 1-2 against that. That was a pretty tough matchup. But overall, that was a really good game though. And then I played against Altergeist, and I won against that. So that's what this deck played against. 4 rounds, and I went 3-1 with it. So there was only one card different, and that's just because I put it in there, and it's not even like a like I didn't take anything out, I just added it in. So we're gonna go through this deck and talk about that. So let's start with the monster lineup, because that's how we always start these. And of course, if you want to see more deck profiles like this, go ahead and check out the Patreon link in the description below. Just that small $1 a month will be able to help us make even more Yu-Gi-Oh content and just go even farther with the channel. So anyways, first card is of course 3 Cyber Dragon. Special summons itself whenever your opponent controls a monster and you don't. Very cool card, and also a very key playmaker for this deck. Like a lot of legacy decks still need their main monster, but I think Cyber Dragon is one of the best main monsters, even though he is just kind of like a vanilla. 3 Cyber Dragon hurts. I was using this guy like all day yesterday. So what he does is, his important effect is that when he's sent to the graveyard, you can either add a Cyber Dragon from your graveyard or your deck to your hand, and it does have to be the standard Cyber Dragon, which is a little unfortunate, but that means you can scoop up cores, you can scoop up dries, veers, the regular one, or you could search this. So this guy in tandem with Galaxy Soldier is pretty insane, and he also is a machine dupe target, and then he has another effect that is, if he's special summoned, he becomes level 5, but you can only use one Hertz effect. It's a hard once per turn on both effects. Like, so you'll only get one, and he's a hard once per turn. Then I played 3 Cyber Dragon Core. When this card is normal summoned, you get to search 1 Cyber Speller Trap, and then if you control no monsters, you can banish this card. If you control no monsters? If your opponent controls a monster and you control none, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon a Cyber Dragon monster from your deck. Yep, there we go. And then, so alongside those, I also played, he's also another machine dupe target, which is pretty cool. I played 2 Veer. I ended up citing out 1 copy of Veer a lot, but I did like keeping the 1 in deck. So if I ever really need to take something out, I probably would cut a Veer, but I liked playing the 2, and I liked having the option to side 1 out. And then I played 1 Dry. So Dry I used to play 2 of, but I've cut him down to 1. I used to say however many Dry you play that many Veer. But Veer is actually quite a bit better than Dry, because you can go Machine Dupe and then Special Summon Veer. And while he's not a level 5, he still is a body that is good for link summoning and just overall extending. So that's why I like Veer a lot more than I like Dry now. So I cut Dry down to 1. I actually sided out Dry every after game 1 every time. So he may be going for something else. That's it for the Cyber Dragon monsters, if you don't count this other guy, but we'll get to him when we get to him. I guess we could do it right now. I play 1 Cyber Altanin, and he's the one who doesn't really count as a Cyber Dragon. I play 1 of him. He actually won me a game against Altergeist because they bounced stuff back to my hand, and then I had Cyber Emergency, so I activated Cyber Emergency, searched this, and then summoned it, and he was like 4,000. My opponent was only at 26, so they couldn't do anything against him. And then 3 Galaxy Soldier. This card, you discard a light monster and then special summon it, and then it can search a galaxy monster once per turn. The special summoning isn't once per turn, but the searching is. So basically you get 2 Galaxy Soldiers, make Nova. Very cool card, very good in this deck. 1 Kaiju. I used this against Dinosaurs, and then I took it back. So that was pretty cool. And then for hand traps, 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. This card was pretty dope. I put this in there because I wanted to win. So there you go, pretty simple. And then 3 Effect Veiler. I saw Effect Veiler a few times. I didn't really get to use it, but I used Ash more. And but overall, I played Infinity more than I played these. So which is a little sad, but it was nice to have these in the deck. So that's it for the main deck, or that's it for the main deck monsters. Let's go talk about the spells and the trap. So the first spell I play is 3 Cyber Emergency. This card you have to play at 3 in Cyber Dragons. It's pretty crazy. So what it does is it searches any Cyber Dragon monster or Cyber Eltanin really, and then if it's negated, you can discard a card and add it back to your hand. So this actually got negated. The activation of this got negated once, and I was able to discard a Hertz to put this back in my hand, grabbed a vanilla Cyber Dragon, and then special summoned the vanilla one. So that was pretty cool. That was fun. And then I played 2 Rev System. I think that 3 Rev System, a lot of people call Rev System a bit of a brick, and it is a revival card, and I don't know, I cut it down to 2. I still have the 3rd one, but I cut it to 2. And I haven't really missed it at 3. I used to think 3 was like the best number for this because it's a Monster Reborn, but turns out 2 might be the way to go with this one. So, but yeah, basically what this does, it says target 1 Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, special summon it, or no, special summon 1 Cyber Dragon from your hand or graveyard. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. I actually forgot it could summon from hand. And then I only played 1 Repair Plant. Aw, sad boy. But Repair Plant at 1, I never missed this. I used to play, I think I was playing 2 of these before. Like I was playing 3, and then I was playing 2, and now I'm playing just the 1, and I haven't missed this at all at 3 or 2. Like having the 1 copy is fine because you're always going to search it off core. So this is fine at 1. That's it for the cyber spells. Then I played, where is it? 3 Machine Dupe. I opened this every game. I opened Machine Dupe every game, kid you not. And that was pretty awesome because usually I could get a target. There were moments when I did have a couple games where I opened and I just had to go pass because I couldn't do anything, but I would draw into my dupe target. And there was a time when my opponent, I opened up 2 Machine Dupes and a core. I activated the first dupe and he said Ash, so I was like, that's fine. I activated the second one and resolved it, so that was pretty cool. Machine Dupe is broken in this deck. It's insane because you just target core or Hertz and then you special summon 2 vanilla Cyber Dragons to this guy, so that's pretty cool. I'm playing 2 Power Bond. I still love Power Bond in this deck. It could have won me a game, but it didn't, and that was a little unfortunate. But I like Power Bond. I still like Power Bond in this deck, and I think 2 is just fine. 2 Called by the Grave. I'm not playing 3. I think 3 is a little bit much, and I actually saw Called by the Grave enough times for it to matter. There was a moment I was playing Cosmo against the Cosmo player, and he went Pot of Desires. I said Infinity on the Pot of Desires. He banished his 10. He went Veiler, and I Called by the Grave did. So I never had a moment when there was not a moment when I didn't need Called by the Grave and I didn't have it. So I liked that too. 2 Instant Fusion. I didn't see this at all. I played 4 rounds and I usually went into game 3. I went into game 3 twice and then 2 other times, I believe. So I didn't see this at all in any games. And sometimes I'd leave 1 in, sometimes I'd side out 1 and leave 1 in. But when I got to the last match, I ended up siding out both because I had never seen it at all that day. So I don't know. I don't know about Instant Fusion. I'm playing 1 Overload now. Overload I saw once, which sounds about right. I actually ended up siding it out a decent amount of times because I didn't really care to play it. So I sided this out, but at the same time when I did see it, it was really cool to make Rampage. And then 1 Monster Reborn because it's Monster Reborn. I actually use this to steal an opponent's Paracatops, and then I use the Paracatops to pop their field spell. So, that was fun. And then I play 1 Trap, which is Cybernetic Overflow. Just put this in. This is the 1 spare card. I figure everyone's playing like 1 copy of this, so I was like, I might as well put 1 in because it couldn't hurt, because it lets you just blow stuff up, right? Destroy an equal number of cards. Yeah, it's non-targeting, so that's pretty cool. You just have to banish Cyber Dragon, so that's nice. I put just the 1. You don't need more. And then for the extra deck, I do have a side deck for this, which I'll talk about after the extra. So extra. I played one Cyber End Dragon because I actually summoned this twice. So funny story, I had a Hertz on field and a Zeger on field and a vanilla Cyber Dragon in hand. I went to activate Power Bond to fuse the two into Rampage to pop his back row, and he flips up Goes in Match, which means I can only summon lights. Well, Hertz and Seeger are both Cyber Dragon on the field, so it forced me to summon Cyber End Dragon at 8,000. And I was like, all right, that's cool, because he's the only light machine in my deck. So that was pretty cool. May have to add Cyber Twin. And then someone Solemn Striked my Nova, so I summoned this off of that. Then I played 2 Chimeratech Rampage. This guy's pretty insane. He's broken. If you open Power Bond or Overload, this is usually the guy you go into. 1 Fortress Dragon. Didn't make the. I don't think I made this at all. No, I made this once against the Cosmo player. So that was fun. And then I played 2 Mega Fleet. I actually didn't make this at all today. Or at all when I played. So, which was a little upsetting because Mega Fleet's really good. But I didn't get Fortressed and I didn't use Mega Fleet, so that's fine. And then for the instant fusion target is Panzer Dragon. I didn't make this at all today either because I didn't see instant fusion. That's it for the fusion monsters. 2 Novas. Nova's insane. Nova's broken. Like actually a crazy Xyz monster. Being able to special summon a Cyber Dragon, cause it's just like because they won't touch Nova. They can't Ghost Ogre him. They won't strike him. It's just because then you'll get Cyber End. So Nova's pretty insane. And then 2 Infinity just to can't see him. 2 Infinity just to slap on top of the Novas. Infinity's pretty good. Infinity's pretty broken. I used Infinity a lot. Anytime I could make Infinity, I did. Unfortunately, I didn't get a Nova OTK anyone at the event, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. And then for links, I played Cleafort Genius. I made this a lot, actually. I made this a good amount of times over Seeger. I didn't make Hip Potion again all day, which was a little unfortunate. I didn't make this all day, so he might be coming out of the extra deck just because I never made this. And then I played 2 Cyber Dragon Seeger. And Seeger I made a lot as well. So I made these 2 the most. And what was really cool was I was able to turn Seeger and another monster into Cleafort Genius and then revive Seeger with Rev System and then make an Infinity under the Cleafort Genius. So that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool play that I was able to do. And that's it for the extra deck. So that's it for the deck for the most part. And then, of course, we have the side deck. So let's talk about the side deck and I'll tell you about my options. Real quick, you can play Cyberload if you really want to. I cut this from the deck because I don't think it's super great. I get, it's okay, but I'm only playing 2 cards that banish, so I'm not gonna play some weird fusion spell. For my side deck, I was playing 3 Firecracker. Firecracker in time is stupid, so if you only have 3 minutes left in the round, you can just side in Firecrackers and then game your opponent for free. And then 1 Electromagnetic Turtle comes in handy every now and then. I didn't really sight it in at all. I haven't sighted it in a long time, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it in the side deck. And that's those are the monsters. 2 Limiter Removal. It's at 2, so I put it in the side deck because I don't really feel it deserves to be in the main deck yet, unless you really just want a super crazy OTK build. And then for traps, 3 Evenly Matched. There's no reason you shouldn't be playing 3 Evenly Matched in a competitive environment. Evenly Matched is stupid. I had an Altergeist player in my Altergeist matchup. I Evenly Matched him, resolved it, and he bounced it back to my hand with Silk. So I was like, all right, cool. So I had Evenly Matched, and I set it at one point, and he bounced it back to my hand again. So I had no cards on field. So after he attacked me, I Evenly Matched him a second time with the same Evenly Matched. Which was pretty funny. And then, anyway, so next trap is 3 Lost Wind. Lost Wind's pretty crazy. It's like a breakthrough skill, but better. And I like Lost Wind a lot. And then 3 And the Band Played On. And the Band is really cool because it says your opponent can't summon monsters at the same level. There's still a lot of decks that play equal level decks, so equal level monsters. So I leave that in there because this doesn't hurt Cyber Dragons too much, but it does hurt the competition. So there we go. That is it for the deck, side and main, because this is the first time I think I've talked about a side deck in a video in a long time. But yeah, I really like Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragons are insane. This was the first time I did pretty well with them at the more competitive locals that we go to. So I was pretty happy. I was pretty satisfied with that. But anyways, tell me your thoughts, of course, down in the comments below, because I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. And of course, if you go down there, be sure to check out our Patreon link in the description. Anything would help us. And I will see you guys in the next video.